talent? What is it? How can we spot it? And crucially, how do we maximise it in the workplace? Welcome to this bot video with me, Nick Bramley, a management leadership expert with too many years to count, identifying, supporting and developing talent in a wide variety of businesses and sectors. So, talent. Is it the same as or linked to skills? Is it the same as or linked to ability? A little bit more on that later, because I believe, as many do, that talent is something more natural, something inbuilt and something that to some extent is in our DNA. Yes, it can lay dormant and it can be underused or underappreciated. And yes, to get the best out of any natural talent, that talent needs to be in an environment in which it can shine. But in essence, we all have a talent or talents for something. We probably all know people who are comfortable communicators, at ease in groups and at ease engaging people. We see people who are just brilliant at creating or following process, delivering high quality work to a consistent level time and time again. We scratch our heads when we see people who just get it when it comes to numbers and can see details and patterns that others just can't. And there are people who can take a simple idea or a concept and run with it to create superb outcomes with seemingly effortless style. That is talent. And in most cases, that's the building blocks for the type of performance and success that is natural and instinctive. But you can also further develop talent through the likes of training, support, development plans, and of course, identifying it in the first place. Too often in the workplace, people are pigeonholed by job role or job title or even job description, when actually they could well have more to offer, somewhere else in the team or else in the business, particularly if their talent was identified in the first instance, and secondly, if a process was put in place to harness and develop the talent to its full potential. So where do skills and ability come into this? Well, in my experience, these can be completely remote from talent, although clearly it's always best if they're developed in conjunction with the others. For example, the skills needed for completing a particular job or task can be learned. They can be learned in a variety of ways, like through training, shadowing colleagues, research, that kind of thing. Skills development takes you from a starting point to a competent landing place and continue to develop through the likes of repetition. Ability, for me, is the measure of how somebody adapts to the requirements of their role, how quickly they pick things up, how effective someone is. And whilst that may sound similar to talent, you can improve a person's ability through creating an environment in which they want to perform well. And yet this performance may not necessarily be natural like it would be for talent. Ability is more linked to attitude in my experience, the attitude to learning, the attitude to work, the attitude to give of your best. So if you're a supervisor, manager or leader and want to create an unstoppable team, start with talent. What are your team members best suited to doing, naturally and brilliantly? Then ensure that the talent is being used in the right roles and the right areas to maximise performance. And if you're not sure how to identify talent in the first place, get some help. Talk to an expert. I hope this has given you food for thought. Thanks for watching.